What's good, everybody? Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's your boy Mark Summers, MajorLinux, and I'm still missing things in places. There we go. We're moving some things. Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome to another episode of the MajorLinux Show for Monday, June 7th, 2021. It's your host, your boy, Marcus Summers, MajorLinux, twitch.tv/MajorLinux, youtube.com/MajorLinux, and boy, do we have a humdinger, and we got a humdinger of a show for you, a good show. It's almost like a 2-for-1, like a little bonus episode to another show. It's fantastic. Because today, not only are we playing Yakuza, we're going to get to that in a second, but I wanted to cover some WWDC 2021 news, or at least some of the keynote news, and I guess some little sprinklings of other news that came out today from the opening day of WWDC. I'm trying to see if I can find some more. There was some other information that came out. I know I saw it somewhere, but you know, Twitter just it twitters. There's some WWDC news that came out that was being featured on iMore that caught my attention, and as I am scrolling through, I'm seeing other tweets of things that, oh, that looks interesting, and I'm trying to keep myself from reading those tweets. Okay, so yeah, there's some iMore stuff. I'm gonna add those two. We can go over those in real time. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Okay. So yeah, so WWDC's keynote was today. Normally it's on, I think it's normally on Tuesday, but I think that's what kind of caught me off guard. It was on Monday today. They announced a whole bunch of stuff. Really excited about it. I'm gonna move some of this out of the way. I've got a specific order for this. And I know I normally cover tech news. I mean, I sprinkle some tech and some gaming news during, a regular episode of the MajorLinux Show, but there was so much that came out from WWDC that I wanted to talk about, I wanted to cover, and I learned my lesson from Google I/O. Granted, I didn't watch that one. I didn't watch that keynote this year, but again, there was a lot of news that came out from Google I/O that I wanted to cover in Tech Talk Thursday, but things happened. Things happened that week, so I had to kind of push all of that to the side so we can cover other things that week. I think the episode is the one where we meant the one I wanted to bring up from the one piece of news from Google I/O I wanted to bring up was hey, we're working with content creators of color to better help our phones take pictures of black people. I was like, oh, well, that's great. Do that. Looking forward to that. But yeah, like it could have been something that, maybe could have been handled a little bit better. Especially with a lot of the news that did come out. So I figured this time, seeing that I've got the leeway, I got the runway for it, is like, all right, this is a lot of news. I put up a lot of shit. Something may happen, especially because of the fact that E3 is right around the corner. There's a lot more gaming news that is starting to leak out leading into E3 that I wanted to make sure I talked about all of the stuff from WWDC, because I am probably, and I don't want to sit there and say nobody else on Tech Talk Thursday cares, but I really, like, given the conversations before, I feel like I'm the one who cares the most. Like, I'm the one who's ultimately fanboying about it. So I wanted to kind of get into it, talk about it a little bit more in depth. And then when we get to Tech Talk Thursdays, I say, hey, If you want more of that in-depth conversation, we want to talk about a little bit more, you can hit me up on Twitter or wherever. Also, you can check this out. What I'm going to try to do is split this off into its own separate YouTube video. So you can have the full stream, but you can also have this little beginning part where I talk about WWDC for however long I choose to during the stream, which means that Yakuza, either this stream is going to be very, very long tonight, as I try to get a chapter of Yakuza 0 in, or who knows, or Yakuza 0 might just be cut off because I may be tired. Part of me really wants to go to bed too. But that being said, let's go ahead and hit up this week's schedule. I know I'm gonna need my mouse soon, so I'm trying to keep everything here. Where's my schedule button? There we go. Yep. So this week's schedule is just like everybody else. Just like last week's. Yakuza 0 on Monday, Tuesday. I thought I had the day off, but no, I actually have a board meeting. So at least I don't have to do that till 10, so I get to sleep in a little bit. Wednesday, Star Wars Squadrons. Again, sorry I was not here last Wednesday for Star Wars. Had a therapy session. Before the therapy session and after therapy session, my wife was not feeling all that great mentally, so I decided to spend the not spend the night like, oh, we slept, no, but we just kind of hung out together, watched some TV, just being each other's company and kind of work through, because there was some other shit that was going on Wednesday too, with Extra Life. So yeah, that's still going on. So yeah, Wednesday was kind of a day, we're just going to turn it off and just sit here and watch Naked and Afraid and just be together. And of course, Tech Talk Thursdays is Thursday. Of course, if you have not checked out last week's episode or this week's episode, whatever, or the latest episode of Tech Talk Thursdays, I recommend that you do so. Shout out to Idio Sanaka, who had the idea and who hosted the show in Animal Crossing for us. That was really fun. It was definitely off the rails, and again, I recommend that if you are a normal audio listener to that show, really, really, really take the time, watch it on YouTube, that we can get a better understanding of what was happening, where everybody was, we were all doing, because again, just at random intervals in the middle of a story, most of us are reacting to a thing Anka is doing. Photos came out from Sin where he was just taking pictures of random rooms in Anka's house. While almost like every show, it's always me and Kev just sitting there just talking about the news until eventually somebody comes back and says something to say. Needless to say, it was a very fun time. We really enjoyed it. Again, thank you, Anka, for doing that for us. And thank you everybody for tuning in, watching live, and who are catching the archives after the fact. Thank you again so much. Yep, Thursday, TikTok Thursdays. Tune in. Well, all right, with all that out of the way, with all that being said, it's time to talk about some WWDC. Of course, like I said, today, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, WWDC's opening keynote happened, and they dropped some things here. Like, they started off high, then it went to a lull, then they kind of brought it back a little bit, just a little bit. For me, overall, like, the keynote was a keynote. It's a thing. It's like E3, where there are people who go in, like, they're expecting things because they heard rumors, they heard industry people talking about, oh, they're going to announce this, they're going to announce that, or they see things in code, or oh no, like they're going to unveil this thing, or like a job posting happens, and oh no, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. It's like, you know what? That's great, but it's almost like this is keynotes. Game event, like game reveal events, all like that, those are things I don't want spoilers for. You can spoil the shit out of a TV show or a movie for me, I do not care. But when it comes to like finding out the new things that are coming out, yeah, don't tell me don't say that, hey, we heard this is like, no, don't do that, because then you're setting an expectation and you set me up for failure. You set me for a huge disappointment, and I don't want that. What I want is to hear new, cool things that I did not hear before, that I could be excited all the time. except for when eventually I have dealt with it enough to where I have reasonable expectations for things, and then I don't get them. Then I can be upset. But for the most part, no, I'm pretty good. It's like, okay, that's a thing you said. That's a thing that's coming. All right, let's see it happen. But first off here, I'm gonna start off with iOS 15 has been unveiled. Of course, again, that's a thing where, okay, they didn't spoil it. That's just a thing that happens every year. iOS 15 is coming out this year with new FaceTime features and more. The FaceTime stuff was pretty cool. The one thing that FaceTime is bringing is, all right, so let's go ahead. Spatial audio support, which will help you, turn and hear a person over there or over there. I don't know. It's really weird. When you're looking at a flat device where nobody is surrounding you, I'm not sure what spatial audio does, except for, I guess, again, if you're on a group FaceTime call and you can look to the right and hear the person on the right, you can look to the left, hear the person on the left, but it seems weird. It seems weird. A grid view for videos, similar to what we've been seeing in like a Zoom or a Google Meet call. They're now doing portrait mode for video. So essentially, Apple's using their computational photography and videography stuff to put it into FaceTime calls to blur your background out, like again Zoom and Google Meet's been doing for a while. Or again, what I get when I use this awesome mirrorless camera. FaceTime links. Now, this one was great. I love this one. I'm going to get into that in a second. Or actually, no, it just goes right into it. FaceTime links. So when they announced that, I'm going to tell you something. I was really excited because if you share a link, but they don't have iOS, oh, wait a second. And then they dropped then the other shoe dropped, joining FaceTime calls on the web on Android and Windows. Now, they say Android and Windows. I'm wondering, and I can't wait to test it out. Will this work on Linux too? Of course, this will all be available in the fall. So by that time, I will be back in the office. I don't know about my wife, but it would. I think. Well, I would be interested to see how these links work. Do I need to have an Apple ID, or is it like Zoom? If somebody provided me with a Zoom link, I just put in my name and then that just shows up in the call, because then that'll allow me to, just test this by myself. Like I'm at work, I can just send myself a FaceTime link, click it on my rail box at work and see if something happens. Granted, it's not like a video call would be successful because I don't have a camera or microphone hooked up to that device, to that desktop. What's up, buddy? What's up? You broke it? You broke the leg again? Buddy, you gotta be careful, man. Where you going? You ain't leaving us up here with me. Look, if you break it again, I'm not sure if I'll be able to fix it, okay? Here you go. What do you say? You're welcome. But yeah, I mean, I imagine still it's the thing of like, if I were to just click on a link, set it up, like would it still connect me even though there's no camera set up with it? Will it still connect me? Actually, shit, I do still have two home use Linux desktops here that are all in one PCs that do have a camera and a microphone built into it. Yeah, never mind. I think I'm good. I think I could actually successfully test this depending on how those FaceTime links work. Like I imagine if you're sharing these out with people who do not have iOS devices or macOS devices, I imagine those people do not need to have Apple IDs. There's no reasonable expectation for those people to have those IDs if they are not in the Apple ecosystem. Like, why would you need an Apple ID if you've never used iTunes, if you've never owned an iPhone, if you've never owned Mac OS or a Mac or anything, um, like it kind of makes sense. Like it's almost like Google is like, yeah, you'd expect almost everybody to have a Google ID. Unfortunately, that's the life we live. But excuse me, I know that again there are people who may not have I mean, again, like Apple ID back in the day would have probably been an iTunes account for a lot of people. But now, because iTunes has not been around for a while, and then there have been other services that have existed since then. Like there are people who are probably 10 years younger than I am, even younger, who have smartphones or computers. They may not have an Apple ID. There's no need. They've never needed one. Because they may have been in a Google setup at their school, and even then too, they're not probably using their school Google accounts to sign into shit. So yeah, like there is a reasonable explanation for them not to have Apple IDs, and I imagine like that wouldn't be required for these FaceTime links. The other thing that was really, really big, really excited about. Did you break it again? Kaden, I told you, buddy, you gotta stop breaking it, man. If you break this again, I'm not fixing it. Hey, focus. If you break this again, I'm not fixing it. This is the last time. Okay? You gotta be careful with your toys. All right, you gotta be careful. If you break it again, I'm not fixing it. Love you. Love you. Okay. That's right, dad mode. Yeah. So the next thing, the next thing they mentioned here, which I was really excited about, was SharePlay. Which initially I thought that, oh, this is Apple eating into somebody else's business again. But then I thought about it, said, not really. So SharePlay for sharing content during FaceTime, including screen sharing. Wow. Need somebody to come here and edit that. This is an old article. So for somebody to not have caught that beforehand is, it's whatever. People make mistakes. It's all good. For screen sharing, music, and more. Of course, the one thing I thought about with this, especially when they were talking about music, was, and again, for me being the recent Spotify fan, and how you could share, you could have like a listening party through Spotify. Well, I was like, this directly competes with Spotify. It was like, I don't know if Spotify's going to be happy about this. Well, no, because that's open. Like Spotify's thing is open between multiple devices. I could be on Windows, somebody could be on Android, somebody could be on iOS, and they could all have, this listening party. They don't necessarily need to have the same device. This right here is limited to FaceTime. Now that it says like it's limited to FaceTime, I wonder if this actually also works within FaceTime links. Now that would be interesting. That would be an interesting thing to see. It also says that SharePlay works with third-party apps and streaming services. So you're looking at, the API is available. But right now they're working with Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max, TikTok, NBA, Twitch, and more. So that's a pretty interesting thing that I would like to. Like, I know that there are going to be more apps that are going to do it. It would be nice to see a return of Netflix's party mode, like the party chat feature from Xbox. The thing I missed out on because I didn't have an Xbox when this was a thing. But having people be able to hop into a FaceTime call and everybody can just watch Netflix or Hulu or whatever. And again, like this is that thing where saying it now, I do not think that this will work through FaceTime links. Mainly because of the fact that it becomes an issue of like, well, shit, if we want to have like, if we want to have like watch parties, Like I imagine that whatever DMCA copyright issue you got to deal with, like Apple has worked with, like, or the app developers would have worked with whoever the rights holders are to make sure that they can do that within even this constrained ecosystem. Also, I would not be surprised if only certain shows, only certain movies would be available. Like Disney Plus, I'm pretty sure, like, hey, we've got our own catalog because Disney owns that shit. Hulu, maybe Hulu originals and maybe a couple of things. Netflix, only Netflix originals and a couple of things. Like the NBA, like it would be interesting, like to be able to do NBA watch-alongs. You get your boys together. Like a lot of shit would have been great during the pandemic, but like even then, even now, like as things are opening back up, you can have your group, of guys, have a group of friends out here watching the NBA finals, and you got your friends on the other side. When it's East versus West, at the end of the day, you got your two crews together on a giant FaceTime call. Being able to just join in on those festivities, it'd be like, it's nice to see where it would be nice to see where this all goes and what the legalities of it are. It's like with, like, we have Twitch on here, and switching over to watch like Amazon watch parties that are on Twitch. Like you can only watch things that are on Amazon Prime Video, and I believe the only people who can watch it also have to have Amazon Prime Video. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think any and everybody can watch that content. Don't remember. I don't do it. It's weird. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of like where that stuff goes, what the legalities of it are, and like how limited or unlimited it'll be. Quite frankly, I would love for it to be fully open and everybody able to use it. And I would love to see kind of like what those use cases are. To where like, if there's a big thing that's happening, can I call my family? Could I call them in Oxford? Now, granted, they are in a part of they're part of the country that doesn't have really good service, whether it's cell or wired connection. So it may be difficult, but again, like it would be interesting to see what those actual real world use cases are for people to get together and actually watch content like that. Could I use my Apple TV to watch that content and like be able to like, and I imagine like that's what that is. Like I can have things like, I think they show pictures of that where people were on the watching shit on Apple TV, but they had the FaceTime call open and like it was synced up with everybody, that way people can watch it on their TVs and have like the FaceTime call on their phone or their iPad, and was just watching that way. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see where that goes. Let's see. Messages came out. Nothing really new there, but what it seems like they're doing like a lot of context aware stuff, to where if somebody shares content with you, like through news or music or like photos, if you go to those respective apps, they'll have features in those apps saying, hey, this article was shared with you, this song, this album was shared with you, these photos were shared to you from messages. You can interact with those items, with that content, and then you're able to respond back to the person who shared to you from within that app, kind of referencing that content through their replies. Which is, I guess it's interesting, especially if you're in a group chat and that kind of get lost up. Is like you can kind of go back and create that threaded message, like responding to the, hey, yeah, like, yeah, this was a very interesting article. Oh, this is a dope photo. Oh yeah, that song was actually trash. So what they call it, shared stacks is what they're calling it. Notifications have been redone. So for one, notification summaries can be delivered at any time you choose. This is combined with like do not disturb. So essentially, like if you have it on do not disturb, it will just kind of give you like a summary of all the notifications that you received during that. They've also redid the notifications. The icon's a little bit bigger. So you can kind of at more of a glance see who's talking to you, what they want, or just pretty much like who is actually talking to you. And then they also have like this thing called focus, which allows you, it's not really work profiles, but close enough. Essentially what you can do with focus, you can set like your home focus, you can set your work focus, you can set do not disturb or sleep focus. So let's see, I'm going to pull up this one here. And of course, I don't think this image is loading. Nope, none of the images are loading. Because, of course, why would they? What happened here? Where'd it go? All right, I'm going to try this again. Let's see, I'm going to... Nope. Okay, so yeah, images don't want to load. Fun for everyone. So this is about as good as we're going to do here. So yeah, like, so you could have like, and I think you like with those focuses, you can have certain apps send notifications to you. While everything else kind of gets put into a summary, so you don't have to really worry about the apps that you don't care about that may be sending you notifications. So while I'm at home, I may want to say no, like I don't want to see Slack. I definitely do not want to see Slack. I do not want to see Gmail, which is what I use for work email. I don't want to see any of those in my notifications when I'm at home. While I am not at the office, don't want to see them. And the same thing for work, where I may not want to necessarily see like personal emails at the time. I may not want to see Discord notifications, game notifications. Like there may be certain people I would like to text me. I don't want to see, random text messages come through. Or even for me, I don't want to hear it. And so I'm also wondering like if it's per device. Actually, I don't think it is, given how they were doing this between iOS, macOS, and iPadOS. Excuse me. But yeah, what it does is like it allows you to put certain apps in certain focus profiles that you get specific notifications depending on which profile is selected, which can be manually selected, or it can be set up through geofencing or time of day, which is huge for me because like for me, I want to be able to select. Like I'm like, this is actually one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to, is these focus profiles, because like I my boss works all the damn time, good for him, but yeah, like at 6 o'clock for me, it's like, all right, I want to think as less about work as possible. I do not care. So for me, it's not so much a location thing, but like, look, if I am out and about and it's not 6 o'clock yet, then sure, keep them coming. But like, I'm wondering if I can set, like, if I am in the office, turn off my personal profile. But if I'm not in the office, if I'm nowhere near the office, hey, my ringer can go off as much as it can. I am just trying to see, again, work email, right there. Yeah, y'all can't. Yeah, I'm breaking my wrist to show it to you. Well, some work email. I don't want that right now. But yeah, for me, it's like minimizing notifications while I'm in my office, because I know, like, for me, it can get annoying, and I know for everybody else it can get annoying. But if I am not in my office, if I'm not within the building I work in, hey, let it all hang out. But I know, like, when I get home, when 6 o'clock hits, I don't want anything with work at all. Like, that's me time. That is me time. But yeah, so there are geofence settings for that to where it can switch automatically. Like, I'm wondering, what does that look like? Can I mix and match? Can I have, like, I don't know if you can have both on at the same time. So that's also another thing I kind of want to look into. And again, I hope that this is one of the features that will be available in the beta. That way I can play around with it when the time comes, because I'll go back into the office in July. The public beta hits in July. I want to see what this looks like, and just get as much use of it, get as much use out of it as I can. That way I can learn it, and that way when it hits, I can definitely get my wife ready and get my wife set up for it, because I'm pretty sure she would love that too. But yeah, so this right here, the focus mode stuff was actually really cool. Let's see, photos, they are getting what is called live text. But of course, the technology behind it is OCR. I can't remember what OCR stands for. But yeah, essentially, the computer recognizes text and images, and you can kind of select them and extract that text from the image. Photos also appear in Spotlight search and their new interactive memories feature, so you can kind of further customize those little memory montages that Apple sends to you every so often. And of course, this will play back into, especially with the photos and the OCR stuff. It helps with live translations of things that you take pictures of. Of course, I think that is one of the things I have mentioned here with all the WWDC stuff from the salty Android bloggers. Let's see, more stuff with Wallet. Of course, iOS 15 is including more keys for like home and work. There are locks that are coming out that will use ultra wideband to where you can bring your phone, tap it onto your door, and open your door. Which I am kind of wanting to see. I need to talk to my security company, because like, look, their shit is trash. I hate it. I really do. And as much as people give Ring shit, I really miss my Ring doorbell. But I'm willing to try Nest or something else. I really want to try one where I can get the video feed on my Apple TV. And with them showing a lot of the stuff that they put in tvOS when it comes to security cam footage, I really, really want to buy some security cameras so I can use that shit. I really do. I don't think anybody's going to come steal shit from my house and come break into my house, but it's still that thing of, man, like, it was enough. It was enough for me to be like, I want it now. I want the security footage so I can send it to my tvOS. I can sit here and like, who that else up? Even if it's like, even if I don't buy a new doorbell cam, I think I still, like, maybe it's just enough for me to like buy one of the security cameras and plug it into HomeKit and get the feed of who's outside of my door, a better feed, and one that may keep that footage for a lot longer. Because what we have issues with somebody coming close to the door or something triggering the sensor on our doorbell, but we can't scroll back far. We can't scroll back to see what it was that may have triggered it. We can only see the live feed, and that's it. And I do not like that. I do not like that. So maybe having a better security camera, we can actually have like, shit, if it's even like 15, 20 seconds of something that happened, like a footage prior to it being tripped, I will be okay with that. So let's see. But yeah, going back to the wallet stuff. Yeah, they got homing work keys through ultra wideband. Hyatt's rolling out Apple Wallet support for the hotels later this year, which is amazing. Like, I do not understand why it's taking them this long, but I am really excited about that. Hopefully it will work with my Apple Watch. That way I can kind of open my door with my Apple Watch. They're also bringing secure ID, your ID cards into Apple Wallet. I know that Utah is working on that. So I'm not sure if that's directly related. This was something we covered on Tech Talk Thursdays about a month or so ago. So I'm not sure if this is directly related to that. And how many other states will be participating in this in its kind of initial rollout. Excuse me. I was hoping that they would have shown a list like, hey, we've already worked with these state and local governments, or hey, if you want to know if your state is going to be participating in this, here's a page you can go to look that up. There was nothing like that because, again, I would love if we did something like that. It's the whole thing. They mentioned it specifically, like in the quest to leave your physical wallet at home. I'm like, yes, thank you. I hate my physical wallet. If I don't need it, that's great. I mean, because like shit, you can steal the phone. I can replace the phone, and once you steal it, you're locked out. You can't get into it, or at least in the time it would take you to get into it. I'd have had that shit locked and erased. But my wallet, once that's gone, that's gone. Like that's it. You have access to my shit. So I'd rather have like a copy of that shit on my phone and carry my phone around than actually carry the wallet. Let's see. They're updating the weather app. Of course, Apple bought Dark Sky a while ago, and they're slowly adding more stuff in here. I think they're doing more hyper-local stuff. But yeah, it's whatever. And then maps. They announced new map stuff. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to tell Apple my Mac is working again. Yeah, covering all this Apple stuff, and then my Mac Mini fucking craps the bed a little bit this afternoon. They were just letting me know they're closing out that conversation I was having with them earlier. So yes, they also released new map stuff, or they announced new map stuff, doing more 3D mapping, map display stuff, which again, this looks really fucking cool. Of course, they list it for certain cities, which I'm kind of sad about, but eventually they'll roll it out to everybody, right? That's a thing. Like they kind of putting in landmarks, like they had the Golden Gate Bridge, like some towers and stuff in San Francisco and whatnot. To kind of help better visualize things that are on the map. But they're also doing this 3D stuff to kind of, like, especially if you're hitting up various intersections where, there's multiple roads going to multiple places and it looks weird on a flat plane. They've got this 3D map set up to where you can kind of help you better navigate which lanes you need to be in to take, and kind of, show, hey, instead of being on this very high one, maybe you need to be on this middle one, and do all that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I kind of like it. Also some more transit stuff, but I live in North Carolina, so yeah, for me, that's it would help some people in North Carolina, just not me. So yeah, that's all the iOS stuff here. There may be some other stuff coming up down the road, but yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. And like I said, yeah, there's going to be more stuff. iOS 15 has a built-in password authenticator with autofill, so it's going to be used to replace Google Authenticator and Authy, but again, I recommend still having a third-party one, mainly if you are using multiple OSs. Like for me, I use Windows and Linux, and I can't just use the fucking built-in one on my phone. I may not have my phone. So yeah, if you're only on iOS, then sure, there you go. That's something for you. Oh, but this is the big one. This is the big one here. Now, this was an article that came out from Droid Life, and of course, this is where, you start to fucking realize that Android bloggers are very salty when things happen on iOS, or just if Apple does anything that was on Android before, even if it's the bad thing. So of course, there was, they didn't mention this in the keynote, but in the changelog for iOS 15, or at least the one that's kind of out now, there's a bit here. Let's see if I can pull this up. Yeah, there we go. It says, iOS now offers a choice between two software update versions in the Settings app. You can update to the latest version of iOS 15 as soon as it's released for the latest features and most complete set of security updates, or continue on iOS 14 and still get important security updates until you're ready to upgrade to the next major version. Now, for those of us who have been beta testing iOS, at least in the most recent, like since about 14.5, you would have noticed something. It looks very familiar to what this is talking about. Now, and again, Love this camera because I can do this. If you can see here, this is my software update screen. Now I'm using iOS 14.6, but you can see there at the bottom, it says also available iOS 14.7. So the iOS 14.7 public beta is available for me to test. I can do that if I want, but I opted to stick with the GA of 14.6 because there's nothing on 14.7 I want to test. I can care less. That was available when 14.5 came out. Unfortunately, when I tried to get an update for 14.5, it put me in 14.6. So I was like, oh, fuck. But it was whatever. Like, whatever update was in that 14.5 update, it was also 14.6. So I got whatever fix I was looking for. But yeah, so like apparently we had been beta testing that for a while, or at least for about the past couple of months or so, where we had the ability to say, hey, do you want that public beta or do you want to stick here at GA? And I'm like, oh, I want to stick at GA. Maybe I'll jump to 14.7 if they say, hey, we've got this awesome feature, you should test it. It's like, cool, I'll move over. So far, that reason has not arrived. So with this article here, they're trying to point out that apparently now Apple is going into the fragmentation business, and they're trying to say, oh, but see, Apple's calling it a feature now. Like, sir, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be all sincere with you. I'm turning the music down for this. It's a fucking feature when I still have the choice to upgrade my operating system. This is not fragmentation. This is saying, hey, I love that you got new updates, but right now I'm doing something. I am comfortable where I'm at right now. Oh, but you're going to provide me security up? Great. That's fantastic. Thank you. I'm okay where I am. I will continue to get the security updates. And when I'm ready to get the big feature update, then I'll do that. That's, the thing that happens in literally every other fucking operating system. It happens in Windows. It happens in fucking Linux. The only place it doesn't happen is Android and Mac OS. And I'm pretty sure that Mac OS will be not too far behind. And of course, that's now in the middle of a song change. So I'm like, where'd the music go? There you go. So like I see where I see where this guy is going with this, but it's like it's not the argument he thinks it is. Where Android fragmentation comes because of the fact that when a phone comes out, it has at best 3 years of support. The only phones that I've seen that have gotten more than 2 that they've gotten at 3 years have been Pixel devices. Like when this article came, I went and looked. I had to make sure like I wasn't, I wasn't losing my mind here. And we're gonna get to, or we'll get here right now. No, that's not it. Yeah, here it is. So we'll jump to this one. This is an awesome thing that I feel like people should know about. iOS 15 is compatible with every phone that is currently running iOS 14. The oldest phone on this list. Actually, hold on. I actually do want to verify this. Let's see. Because I can't remember if it's the SE or the 6S. So the SE first generation came out in 2016. So the 6S is the oldest phone in that lineup. So I was right the first time. The iPhone 6S is the oldest phone in this lineup, and it is getting the latest operating system. I looked up Ruin, don't do this. What's going on? I looked up what phones are compatible with Android 12, the newest OS that's coming out for Android. The oldest Pixel, and I'll tell you why I chose Pixel. I mean, I feel like it's obvious. The oldest Pixel that's getting the update is the Pixel 3. That phone came out in 2018. So that phone is 3 years old. And again, I said, you're lucky if you have an Android device that has 3 years of software support. On Google, no, Google is the best example because Samsung doesn't do it. LG is out, so fuck that. Motorola doesn't do it. No, see, it's not Google. It's Android. Period. That's my argument. That's my whole argument for this. When the site's called Droid Life, so excuse me when I said Droid people. When Android bloggers come through and say that, oh no, fragmentation, Apple's doing fragmentation. Like, no, when Android does fragmentation, it's because of the fact that the software for their devices is no longer supported. The Pixel 3 came out in 2018, and this is probably the last Android update it's going to get. The Pixel 2, the one that came out before it, last one was Android 11, the current version, the current GA version. Pixel 1, Android 10. I have a Nexus XP that does not get above Android 8, and I think that phone is still younger than the 6S. My Nexus 6P is younger than the 6S, and it's been unsupported. But a 6S still is being supported, still getting the latest iOS version. So to sit there and say that Apple is supporting fragmentation within iOS is fucking bullshit, because of the fact that Apple is giving users choice like they should be getting when it comes to big operating system updates. Again, Microsoft does it with Windows to an extent. Microsoft will force you to update if you ain't careful, but it's not like you have to update it right away. And because at a certain point, it's like, all right, we released the new update, and it'll sit there as an option. You can apply it, but you don't have to when you actually update the rest of your system. Linux, you can sit there and opt out of specific updates. And truth be told, now I don't know why you want to do this, but you can update the entire Linux system and it'll sit on whatever old software until you restart the service, which for most applications, it does it automatically. But for things like the kernel or driver updates, you can sit on the old shit until you reboot, and it still won't force you to reboot. So the fact that Apple is giving that option for iOS users who may be used to 14, they may not want to upgrade to 15. They may not be ready for all these new features. And they're telling their users that, look, we understand, we know that the latest and greatest is here, but we understand you're not ready. Update when you want, but we're not going to keep you from your security updates. Sure, Android got that right, but they got it right because of the fact that they got something so wrong and not being able to update their damn phones over the long run. They had to find a way to keep things secure and updated in certain aspects, to keep the APIs updated without being able to actually update the phone itself because the software just outgrew the hardware. And the reason why I use Google, the reason why I use a Pixel is because of the fact that people will come and say, well, Apple controls the hardware and the software. Well, so does fucking Google with the Pixel. So what example do you have here? You don't have that argument. And yet, and it leads me down to this bigger thing of what I've been noticing happen with Android fanboys, and then also what's happening with with a lot of these Android blogs, is the fact that they get really fucking salty when Apple takes an idea that was great in Android and puts it on iOS. And those, well, it was first on Android. Okay, what's your point? You would be mad if somebody sniped your feature almost immediately. So, oh man, they must have spies. Look, that has to be this was like corporate espionage. How do they know? Like they got the feature when we got it. What's going on? Like no, like just like anybody else, it's not like it was patented. And even then too, like even if your method was, and Apple took their time or somebody else took their time to figure out how to emulate that without necessarily copying your code, copying your work, and doing it how it works on their platform. One, you should be honored that somebody thought your idea was great enough to copy. Two, and again, this ain't look again, Fortnite. If you want to use Fortnite and PUBG, no, Fortnite fucking aped. It just fucking just sniped PUBG. That was fucking not great. But if you're talking about like widgets or an app drawer, and I think like the Google Lens stuff, like sure, Apple could have just like reverse engineered everything that Android did and just did the same shit. But no, like they took that time and they developed something that works within their platform, within their ecosystem, and made it theirs. So like I get really sick. I'm really fucking sick of like seeing Android blogs covering WWDCs. Well, Android did it first. Android did it first. Android did it first. Like who gives a shit? Shut the fuck up. Sit the fuck down. Enjoy your shit over there. That's great. Enjoy your Pixel. That's awesome. Let me enjoy the shit on my iPhone. Damn. Oh, and that's the same thing. Like for me, yeah, like I may use every Apple thing on the face of the earth, but again, I know how to be critical of Apple. Like Apple ain't as bright and shiny. Like again, I will admit when they do dope shit. I will admit when companies do dope shit. If Facebook came out with some dope shit, I'm like, yo, that's dope. Again, I have an Oculus Quest 2. That's some dope shit, even though it's by Facebook. I own a Google Pixel 4a. I wish I had a better Pixel device. Honestly, I'm coming around to Samsung. Look, I don't like trucks. I mean, I really didn't like trucks, but man, every time I see a Ford F-150, I said, damn, I wouldn't mind owning one of those. And now that they're electric, I just might. Who's me at being a fanboy? Yeah, like it's weird. It is a weird thing. Like, but I do joke. It's like, man, if 21-year-old me was see, like, if me 10 years ago saw me now, I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? All this Apple stuff, man. You've lost your way. Like, no, bro, look, really? Just sit. Just wait. It all started with an iPad mini too. Ooh, excuse me. What's going on, Will? How you doing? But yeah, it's really fucking weird. Like, just, and I guess too, well, no, because I've realized this earlier with gaming and, you know, the console wars. I came in too late for the PC, AMD versus NVIDIA versus Intel shit. It's like, look, my PC works. I built this shit and it has a hodgepodge of shit in it. I don't care. Like, I've got an AMD Ryzen 9 and a GTX 1080. That shit fucking works and I love it. It's amazing. And that's just how it's gonna go. That's just how it is right now. But yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird how people they get into these like battle for corporations. What the fuck is this? Cyberpunk? What is this? Militech versus damn Arasaka? Like, what are we doing here? So yeah, this right here, like this this fragmentation bullshit from Droid Life, man, fuck off, man. Like, shut up. Like, see me when I can still download the latest Google and the latest Android on my Pixel. And again, too, for all I know, the Pixel that can do that may already be out, but I will believe it when I see it. I know it won't be my 4A, and that's fine. That's whatever. If my 4A, given how Android is, only does 3 years of updates, that's fine. That was a mid-range device, and it's whatever. Wouldn't put it past them. Would not be mad at. But again, if like the Pixel 5, the Pixel 6 that's coming out this year, allegedly, because they haven't announced it yet. But yeah, like the Pixel 5 should be able to do that. The Pixel 6 should be able to do that. And like, I don't want them to blame Qualcomm for that. Like, they should be able to work with Qualcomm and say, all right, we need something that can last at least 6 years. And from what I understand, I think the Pixel 6 is supposed to have Google's own chips in it instead of using Qualcomm. And if that's the fucking case, then Google has no reason to sit there and be able to manufacture their own shit that can last over 6 years. That should last over 3 years. Like, I'm sorry, like if they can't pull that off with their own silicon, then like this, no, they can miss me with that bullshit. Like, just don't. Let's see, iOS 15 is adding offline Siri for faster query recognition, which one, I thought they already had that. But apparently they don't, which sucks to begin with. And if it makes it fucking faster, that's great. But also just make it better. Just make it fucking better. Like, they also announced that, and like I think the HomeKit portion, that they're putting Siri in the smart home things like thermostats and shit. Like, y'all put like, I hope, I think it was Ecobee. I can't remember which thermostat they used during the keynote, but I hope that they have versions that have Alexa or Google Assistant in it, because Siri to me is the worst choice for a voice assistant. The worst out of all of them. Do not put Siri in anything third party. No, keep that on the fucking iPhone, keep that on the Mac, keep that on the iPad, keep that in the HomePod, keep that on tvOS or on the Apple TV. Do not put anywhere. No, that just needs to stick with an Apple until Apple can fix their own shit. Don't put Siri on my thermostat, because just no. It is the worst. If they don't have you buying a new phone constantly, they would drop the Pixel line. See, that's the thing. Like, people keep talking about iPhones and planning obsolescence, but nobody's looking at fucking Google. Nobody's looking at Android. I mean, y'all phones get real old real fast. I have an iPhone 6 that is stuck on 12.5. I have an iPad mini 2 that's stuck on 12.5. Now, granted, they're showing their age and there are some performance issues with those devices, but they still work, and they're relatively good compared to my Nexus 6P back there. I'm pretty sure if I could figure out how to get my Nexus 7, my first gen Nexus 7 working, not having a box, that would be fucking crap to use. And back to my first thing, Google just drop shit. They do. They do. They had an LG phone for a good 6 years. See, I had the G3, and I think I dropped that, but I think I went up to, when I had the G3, was it? I think that's when I went to the Nexus 6. And that was a phablet. That was a phablet if there ever was one. That thing was huge. You have a OnePlus phone now. Yeah, OnePlus, they try so hard. They're not bad. They're not bad phones, but they tried so hard. Like, yeah, we're the smartphone killer. We're the iPhone killers. And no, dog, just sit there. Like, you already lost because you were Android. We know how this Android game runs. We know how Android goes. Like, even the best Androids, like the Samsungs, don't last very long, dog. What did you think you were going to do? If they trying to keep, yeah. I mean, they finally found their footing, and like that fan base, that OnePlus fan base is really great. They kept them up there. But yeah, like, it's a thing of like, when you have the Pixels out there, when you've got the Galaxy line out there, especially the Galaxy S line, and then you have iPhone. Yeah, you're not going to be doing as much as you think you're going to be doing. Um, but yeah, I mean, good on them for trying, and like they found that market. They found that market share for them, and I'm happy for them, and they do put out some good devices. Um, but yeah, to sit there and say like they were going to be it's the flagship killer. That's what they were going for, flagship killer. To think that they were going to be flagship killer, yeah, nah, dog, that's not how that works. That's not how that's going to work for you. It works for me. Performance is great, and I didn't have to overpay for a bullshit iPhone or Galaxy. Hey. Hey. Look, I have a Google Pixel 4a, and I love it. I do. I like in my little mini impromptu review on the Tech Talk Thursday. I said, look, if you were updating from an older device, you want something new, you won't put a lot of money into it, get that decent performance, camera, the photo quality is great. That Google Pixel 4a, again, $350. Just saying. Because yeah, I think the iPhone SE is $400. Yeah, look, the Google Pixel 4a is $350. Does well. If you want premium, sure, go with the SE. It's fine. But look, I think the Google Pixel 4a is a great budget phone. All I want from my phone is to be quick and look good. Don't care about, man. Nah, it's about cameras for me. It's content. Look, we content creators here. You know, look, I gotta have the best. I gotta have the best. Now I'm gonna tell you something. And that's the thing. I hope people aren't judging what they heard today or what they're going to be hearing this week as a justification for keeping their phone as opposed to switching to a new one, because everything that they announced today or everything they're announcing this week is going to be working on phones that are already out, not necessarily the phones that are coming out. So there's still an event that's going to happen in a few months where they announce the new iPhone, and that's the make or break it. But right now, I am definitely sitting at a point where they did not make enough of a jump between 11 and 12, or 11 Pro and the 12 Pro, to justify me wanting the 12 Pro. But just prior to them announcing the 12 Pro, my mom had bought 11. She got an 11 Pro Max. I was like, nope, I gotta switch. I gotta get up. I gotta get higher. I cannot be on the level of my parents. No clue how long this phone will last. I forgot when I bought it 2 years ago. I mean, that's the thing. Like, yeah, if you're still, again, like, it still says like, yeah, for me, I gotta have the camera. I gotta have that snappy performance. The 11 Pro was good enough for me, but again, just me being vain, and also, no, actually, no, it is definitely me being vain, because I'm gonna show you something. What really sold me on that 12 Pro, outside of the fact that my mom had gotten 11 Pro Max, look at that. Now, granted, it's fingerprinty because I'm touching it, but look at that. That is just a slab of aluminum. Come on, man. This thing is sexy. Also, yeah, shout out MKBHD icon skin from D Brand. But I was on a flip phone for a very long time. Yeah, that couldn't be me though. Couldn't be me. For someone like who stays up on tech normally, I was very against getting a smartphone for a good while. Now, there's a lot of people. Actually, my boss bought his first smartphone after I started working there, and I've only been there for a year. He just bought a smartphone. He bought an iPhone during the pandemic because he needed something. So yeah, like I get it. Like again, it's for me because I'm fascinated with technology, and because now I have big boy money. Yeah. Also, I'm gonna stop there. So over this past weekend, yesterday, we celebrated my niece's graduation. She graduated from high school Friday. Last night or yesterday afternoon, we celebrated. We had a graduation party, and I gifted her my old iPad Pro, which she'd been asking for, like a MacBook. Then she said she wanted an iPad, so she got her iPad. She got my iPad Pro yesterday. And I did not expect her to have an emotional moment with it. And it got me. And I was like, one, it reminds me, this is why I do what I do. This is why, I mean, I may be reckless sometimes about my tech, but also keeping it around because people may need it. But also just like, I love that I am that uncle, I'm that family member who has this stuff and who can sit there and, bless their family members with things like that. Because it's not like my family's from a place of means, to where it's like, thinking about like an iPhone, it's easy to get, but getting an iPad or a MacBook, especially when, try not to add it to data plans or whatever, those are so out of reach. To be able to get to something like that, it kind of it hit me. It hit me yesterday, and it was nice to have that feeling of like this is why I do what I do. And then yesterday or earlier today, my mom she sent me a screenshot. She sent me a picture of my niece. So because my niece, she called me late last night, after everybody got home. She called me on FaceTime. Was like, see, got the iPad set up. Be ready to go. And then my mom sent me the picture today of her. Like, I mean, like, just so, like, sent me a picture of her, like, she was just focused in an iPad. Like, she was doing work. Like, nigga, you had this for like 24 hours. What could you possibly be doing? But she was in her iPad. Like, I got the, I gave, like, it was iPad Pro 11 inch, 2018 iPad Pro 11 inch. But I had a Logitech case. I think it's a Slim Folio Pro. Or a Slim Folio Combo, I think. I can't remember which one. Pro Combo or something like that. But it had the keyboard and a trackpad. So, like, it turns into a laptop. And, like, yeah, she was in it. And, like, it hit me. Like, it warms my heart to see stuff like that. To see, like, the influences I have on my family and people around me because I do this stuff. And it's why I love doing it. So yeah, like I again, like it's a thing where I get like there are a lot of people who don't get into this, especially even when they're in IT. But yet for me, this has been my passion since I was in diapers, and the fact that now 30 odd years later, I'm able to take what this passion and be able to help other people with it, whether it's for my job or just people in my life who I care and who I care for, who I love, and want to see them succeed and want to see them take part in this space, because again, for people like us, not all of us have this opportunity. Again, a lot of people, they dream of having an iPad, they dream of having a MacBook, like they have like I'll rail against fucking Android devices all day, but it's that thing of like it's the most affordable thing that they can get, and they have to keep churning it out because they don't make them that well. Like buying $300-$500 laptops, and they wonder why they gotta, like, it's so slow all the time. And they have to shell out another $300-$500, or they just fucking try to grind it out. Like even with my dad, I said, dude, he hit me up. He told me, he said, man, I forgot. I meant to bring my HP to you. He's talking about an old HP laptop that probably was a web book when he bought it. Like a little, you remember them web books, like the EPC type shit? It was an old HP laptop that he and my mom bought for like $200-$300 a piece. That had like the watered down version of Windows 8. And he's talking about, man, I should have bought that to you so you can clean it. I said, dude, if you bought that to me, you would never see that laptop again. Like I would have out of e-recycling. Don't do that. Just, dude, you have an iPad. You have an iPad. Use your iPad. Is that Zero? He's a network admin, I believe. He got a smartphone maybe a year or two ago. That flip phone put in work. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, look, if I ever got a flip phone, like I'm telling you that Moto Razr. That's the one I want. I want the Moto Razr flip phone, like the recent one, the new one that folds out to be an Android phone. That's the one I want. Yeah, get the Moto Razr. That's it. Nothing else. Don't come with me with no jitterbug and none no shit like that. I want that Moto Razr. That thing is sexy. Actually, the first phone I got when my wife and I we joined cell phone plans was the Moto Droid Razr. Man, that thing was sexy. Had the thing for 3 days, missed my pocket, shattered the screen. It's a sad day. It's a sad day for me. Um, let's see. We've covered the license stuff. Okay, a success. As I mentioned, iOS 15 will work on all phones that run iOS 14 down to the oldest phone, the iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus, and iPad OS. I think I have an article here. Yep, iPad OS 15 is coming to all iPads that run iPad OS 14. So, speaking of iPad OS 15, they are bringing more widgets, bigger widgets, and also an app library. All I really use my phone for is watching videos at the high end. I'm probably the market for those $300 phones, to be honest, but I ended up with a 600 one. I mean, for high end though, like, I would not watch anything on my Google Pixel for a. Then again, I don't watch shit on a phone, period. Like, that's what I have tablets for, and even then, like, if I have to hold my video display, yeah, I'm not doing something right. Like, if I'm having to hold something to watch a video, I am just not in a place in my life at the moment to be watching a video. Unless I am in the bathroom. And then at that point, okay, I can see why I'm holding my phone to watch a video. But other than that, and like, again, like, that's speaking from someone who does not do mass transit. And I feel like at that point, I just have my Switch. I'll be playing the Switch before I'd watch a video. But I wish I had something in the kitchen to watch vids. Why not get like the Nest, the Nest Hub? I think the Alexa Show might have something. I mean, shoot. Look, I just bought. So we replaced my wife's iPad. We gave my son. And I gotta put those videos out. They're not live yet, but the first vlog with my new, with this camera, was me updating my son's iPad to my wife's old iPad. So we bought my wife a new iPad, 10th gen iPad. They start at $329. But even then too, like, fuck it, like the Kindle Fire tablets are like, what, $100? Even less than that, I think. So yeah, if you're looking for a tablet, I mean, shit, Kindle Fire, like, it's $100. Don't like keeping it. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think, like, there's an Instagram ad showing like a little car mount that can hold an iPad Pro. I was like, I want a Tesla, but I can't afford a Tesla. But I do have this iPad Pro here. Yes, iPad OS 15 was announced today as well, bringing in some of the stuff that came, bigger widgets and also the app library that was noticeably missing from iPad OS 14. Not really much. So they brought in a lot more multitasking features with iPad OS with 15. But still not what I was looking for, especially now having access to an M1 iPad Pro. I was like, well, still, just Apple, I see what you're doing. You're there, but it's like you're still refusing to look past iOS. Just look up that, like, they're getting close. Like it's like they're making side-by-side applications a little bit easier. Being able to open side-by-side apps is going to be a lot easier on iPad OS 15. But it's like, give me something. Like, you don't have to give me Mac OS, even though this iPad can run it. You don't have to give me Mac OS, but at least give me something that separates the iPad Pro from the rest of the iPads, especially if I'm running this M1. They were close, but not quite there yet. Now, one thing that was cool though is the fact that they will iPad OS will allow you to build iPhone and iPad apps on the iPad. Now that was pretty cool. That was a pretty nice feature. Um, let's see. You mentioned FaceTime coming to the web, Android and Windows via the web. Again, hoping that this also means Linux, and it'll be interesting to see, again, with the share play stuff, how far we can actually get away with things with FaceTime links. Of course, the live text stuff, being able to pull information from photos, be able to copy things from photos and paste them elsewhere, be able to click on phone numbers or email addresses in photos and be able to act on them. And also being able to search for text that happens to be in an image. So like you can take pictures of recipes or even receipts and be able to find the receipts or even pull data from them. Oh no, so we'll have to tell people, no, I don't have FaceTime, get Duo or something. Exactly. So they can send you, they can send you a FaceTime link and you can do a FaceTime call over the web. Which again, that was great. That was an awesome announcement to have. Again, still waiting. I still wish they would just open up messages altogether. But, I guess that's not really a thing that you have to worry about, especially when you have things like WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal, Facebook Messenger, all that stuff. Let's see, they've announced iCloud Plus, which sounds a lot like Google One. Let's see, they do private relay. All traffic leaving your device is encrypted and sent through two separate relays. Kind of like a VPN, but maybe not really. Hide my email. They're bringing it into Safari. Other services allow you to randomize unique emails that forward to your main account. This means you can hide your email from services for increased privacy. iCloud Plus also includes unlimited HomeKit security video cameras, which, iCloud currently limits to 5 cameras per account. So, yeah, I don't know. It's almost like maybe, just maybe, I might want to buy some HomeKit compatible security cameras for my house. I feel like some spending is coming on. Let's see, Mac OS Monterey was announced with Shortcuts app coming to the platform. They've updated the Safari. They've updated Safari, and they've brought the Focus stuff. Oh, but that's not the important bit. Oh, I can't believe I forgot this. So I'm not sure if you all have heard of an app called Synergy, or Windows specifically Mouse Without Borders, which allows you to, is like a virtual KVM switch, but better. It allows you to share your keyboard and mouse with multiple devices on like a local network, which is great if you have a Windows PC, a Mac, and Linux, and you can install the software and you can move the mouse between multiple OSs, almost as if it was a multi-monitor display. That's great and all. Of course, a few years ago, I want to say 2 years ago, was it 2? No, it had to have been 3. It had to have been about 3 years ago. Apple came out with Sidecar, which allowed you to pair a iPad with your Mac as a second display. Well, Apple has decided to combine Synergy with Sidecar for the ultimate Synergy. That was an annoying program I worked with at my last job. CEO needed it for his 2 PC setup. Yeah, look, Synergy is not a great. It was great. It helped out when it could, but it's not great, and I do not like using it as much. Like when it was the only solution, but then at a certain point, it's like, yeah, I don't need it. I'm okay. I can, for what I was using for recently, it was like my Mac Mini and my MacBook Pro. Both of them have I'm working with a laptop which has its own mouse keyboard right there with the screen. Like I was just being lazy at that point. Um, so Apple has decided to combine Synergy and Sidecar, put them together for the ultimate synergy, and it's called Universal Control, which allows you to move your mouse into an iPad and control iPad OS with your Mac's keyboard and mouse without the need for Sidecar. But it doesn't stop there. You could do this with another Mac. So I don't think I've taken a picture of my office setup recently, but on like I have my Mac Mini with two monitors that are mounted. I have a MacBook Pro off to the right that I'm basically using to watch Plex. I wish I could do more with it. And I have my iPad Pro, which I keep off to my left. Which if my son is here, I use it to keep an eye on him with the one Wise camera we have in the house. Outside of that, you know, I may be doing like small little odds and ends, checking on notifications, or whatever. Excuse me. This will now allow me to be able to use all those devices in new, better ways, and I am so excited for it. I cannot wait for it to get here, and I hope this works with Intel Macs as well. I don't see why it wouldn't. But being able to kind of just move things between my Mac and Windows, being able to share files between Mac and Windows. No, sorry, not Mac and Windows. Mac and iPad OS between my Macs. Like then too, like with better continuity support. Like it's gonna make me wanting to use my iPad and my MacBook a lot better, a lot better experience. Like I'm trying to get back into a position where I'm using multiple devices equally. And of course, this was spurred by me updating my iPad Pro, and actually trying to get out of my office to do things anywhere else around my house. Because again, I have a MacBook. Why can't I just work on my Mac stuff anywhere in my house? I have this iPad Pro. Why can't I work on other things that my Macs could do, but I can also do because I have a mouse and a keyboard on my iPad anywhere in my house? So trying to find those use cases, I feel like this would be a really good thing if I was working in the office and I need to transfer things between an iPad or my MacBook from my Mac Mini or from either, like from one device to another, and then be able to walk with that device wherever I need to be. Without having to use programs like TeamViewer, or without having to try to upload things to my home server and then try to pull it down somewhere else and then forgetting that I'm doing it, or even remember, oh wait, I have iCloud Drive. Why not I just save things there? Because I definitely keep forgetting I have iCloud Drive. So like it would be nice. Like I can't wait for this. I definitely cannot wait for this. Unfortunately, especially with work from home, for me, you know, slowly going away, this feature will not be available in time for me to test it out while I'm at home, but it'll be interesting to see kind of like what that looks like on weekends and stuff when I'm working. Because yeah, definitely on weekends I will probably be in there more than I'll be in here. This will probably be dedicated streaming content creation space, and yeah, moving and doing a lot of officey, like Major's house, MajorLinux, administrative things in the office like it should be. But yeah, it'd be interesting to be able to move that stuff between computers and get that kind of work done. And it'd be nice to see what that workflow looks like when this stuff is out. Let's see here. Some more stuff that came out from iMore. They're saying that there's some important macOS Monterey features that you may have missed. Okay, so you can easily save photos, and I guess like they're providing this information because they have the developer beta, so they're able to see things that we weren't able to see. Let's see the HTTP update. Okay, so apparently, okay, yeah, update sites known to support HTTPS from HTTP automatically. Time-sensitive notifications. No setup required. Really? Okay. With new Universal Control in macOS Monterey, you can move between your Mac and iPad using keyboard, mouse, and trackpad without missing a beat. There's no setup required for this to happen. Instead, move your input device as you always do, but this time push the cursor from one device to the other. Yes, Apple says it's that simple. Yeah, I gotta see that. I gotta see that. There's a recording indicator, so essentially, if you're, let's see, Apple's letting you know when apps have access to the mic on your Mac. You can find this information on Control Center. Okay, I've seen a screenshot of that where, similar to iPad OS and iOS, if something used your microphone or your camera, normally it's like a little green or yellow dot that would show up in the corner of your phone, and if you slide down your notification or the Control Center pane on that device, it will tell you what the app was that was using that device. So apparently this is coming to the Mac as well. Advanced fraud protection. Apple Card uses, I guess it's users, can now use a security code that changes regularly. The tool makes online card number transactions more secure across Apple devices, including the Mac. Okay, that's nice. All right, so there are 5 features in iPad OS 15 that we may have missed. Eye tracking support. Why was it? Is that not a thing that was in there before? Oh wait, no, this is eye tracking. Okay, like I guess when I'm looking at a thing, it might be able to see what I'm looking at. Better external keyboard support. Account recovery contacts. Okay, they did mention that. Where I can set up somebody else to say, hey, if I got locked out. Or did they mention, or did I read that somewhere else? I can't remember. But yeah, you could set up multiple people to say, hey, if I've now locked myself out, I can send a notification. No, they did mention it. They did mention it. Yeah, where if I lock myself out, I can designate people to send a code to them so that I can call them and say, hey, what code did you get? I locked myself out of my account. Help get me in. Digital legacy program. They also mentioned this too. So I don't know, like this seems like a highlight, but yeah, I definitely didn't miss this one, this one or this one. Digital legacy program. So this is similar to what Google already has for their accounts, period. To where like if you don't log in within 2 weeks, it'll email somebody else say, hey, they okay? And then, we'll share like your account credentials so you can get in. So it's the thing, maybe you want to let somebody know that, hey, you set them up as like your kind of benefactor of your account credentials, so that if there's anything that they need to get into your device for, they can do that. And of course, the built-in authenticator, covered that as well. So not only are they doing iCloud passwords, but they're also doing a built-in authenticator app. So that way it will autofill, like when doing two-factor authentication, it'll add, like when it asks for like that 6-digit code, Apple's built-in authenticator will be able to take care of it as well. Now, the one thing I wouldn't mind using it, but it's that thing of, okay, you have one, but also can I set this up with Authy? That way I can make sure that I can still use my authenticators in Windows and Linux. So can't wait to see what that all looks like. But yeah. That's pretty much all that I've gotten so far from WWDC. Let me see. Has anybody else spilled any more things? So we got some people who are putting some videos out. So I'm gonna keep that up before I lose it. New Safari and iOS 15 video. Sorry, quickly going through here, making sure. Okay, yep, nothing else. So yeah, it is 9:30. It is 9:30. That that WWDC recap took a lot longer than I thought it would. And again, I'm glad I took care of it now. Now that I got it out of my system, I can say, hey, you can refer to this video right here on youtube.com/MajorLinux to find my thoughts on WWDC 2021, or at least the first day. So now I'm wondering if I go into Yakuza today. Like, I don't think I got time for that. Like, oh boy. There's always time for Kiryu. Okay, you know what? All right, I'll see. Again, like I said, it's either this was going to be a short stream or it was going to be a very long one. Well, I'm not anticipating going into the office tomorrow, and I believe my wife will be taking my son to school. She has not told me otherwise, so I guess I could set up for Kiryu and the gang. So let's see here. That's the thing. Like, I've been doing hybrid for so long. Like, so like I had to go in today, and like that's also what's fueling my. You know what? I could just not stream. I could just not play Yakuza because I could just lay down, watch TV, and just rest. But yeah, because I had to go in today to move a couple of PCs, which actually was not that bad. Like, it took me an hour to move them. Like, to break them down, move them to whatever rooms they were going to, set them back up. I was in office all day, though, because I wanted to make sure that they were updated, that they got necessary backups and stuff like that. I had to back up another hard drive, which I forgot to do, but I was able to catch myself. I had to go in quickly Friday to remove it from the disk, remove a hard drive from a discard pile. And backed up the data today. And yeah, I was doing some other stuff. Luckily, I was in the building for when a server went down, so I was able to take care of that today. But yeah, most of the stuff, like, yeah, I was just doing stuff in the office that I could have done here, but I just want to make sure it got done in the event that I had to go run and go kick a thing again. And then the rest of that time was watching WWDC. Like, I finished the work, but when I finished it in the middle of WWDC, so I'm like, oh, fuck it. I guess I'm just going to be here to finish this damn video. And then was luckily able to make it out in time to go pick up my son. Let me source sends to me, especially for an admin. It's crazy. It makes me sad, but what's that remix to the Backyardigans? I'm fucking sick of it. But I can't quit because I need money. Something like that. So let me make sure. Oh, fuck it. I'll just do it live. Turn off the Acer. Got the game capture up, but I want. Yep, it's catching because 0 still. But I have a feeling that the audio was not going to work. So before I even switch, I'm going to catch it now. Hey, the audio worked automatically. That's what's up. That is the dopeness. Yakuza's use a controller. Yeah. Get that guitar riff. Yeah, I know how to play guitar. Just looking at all of that there, and it's like, man, we haven't even gotten anywhere near that yet. It's crazy. All right. All right, chapter 10. A man's worth. I'm still torn if I'll ever get a Series X controller. My Gears X1 controller works and looks right. So this is still the Xbox One controller. Okay, I still need to fix that frame rate issue. I don't know what's going on, but this was happening long before this update. So let me see. I'm gonna pop out here again. Let's see. Display, advanced display settings for that. I'm gonna bump this down to 60. No, please do not skip it. Oh my God. It was what I was trying to avoid, but yeah. There we go. Now it's smooth again. Yeah, so like the controller I'm using right now is still an Xbox One controller. I do have a Series controller for my iPad though. Which reminds me, I need to find out if this so like I have a play and charge kit installed in this controller, but for some reason it doesn't charge, and I'm not sure if it's the controller or if it's the battery. No, so all right. Size wise, no, there's no difference. There is an additional share button which works in iOS and iPad OS as a screen capture button. I need to figure out where those screen captures are going though, because they don't save in the photo library or in the camera roll. But there are also textured grips, and the trigger buttons are textured. So like it's like a hybrid between an Xbox One controller and an Elite controller, where it's like just budget controller, just an everyday controller for your Xbox, but with the premium textured grips of an Elite. But yeah, there is no difference, and they're so similar that you can use an Xbox. You can use a Series controller on an Xbox One, and you can use an Xbox One controller on a Series console. Like if you were to go buy a new controller now, like you just go and buy a Series controller, even if you have an Xbox One, it does not fucking matter. It's just the thing you want to keep in mind, and I had to remember. When I bought the Series X controller, when I bought that Series controller, I was buying a play and charge kit for it as well. I had to remember to pick up the one with the USB-C charger, because if you buy the old play and charge kit, you can't plug in the controller because the Series controller has a USB-C port and not USB, not micro USB. Also, one of my coworkers bought an Elite 2, was tempted, and I was like, that shit's 160 bucks. Yeah. I have both of them. I have the Elite 1 and the Elite 2. My Elite 1 was having controller drift after a few years. So for Extra Life every year, I always look, I try to make sure I have some money set aside so I can do some equipment upgrades. So this year I bought I bought a few things, but the one thing I bought that I do remember was the Elite Series 2 controller. I used that on my Xbox. And with that one, it had not necessarily wireless charging, but it has like a charging little dock that I can set on. It's magnetic. So I don't have to have it plugged in. I can set it on the little dock. I can pick the controller up and move on with my life. I have no idea what's happening. We talked through all of that. I have no idea what's going on. Wait, Chinese, right? Wait, Chinese mafia. Wait, did we make? Are we in Sodenboro? Are we gonna meet Majima? My controller is just for those PC games I don't play with mouse and keyboard. Yeah, and I definitely get like this one is definitely my PC controller. I tried to use it on a Mac, but Macs will only take Bluetooth. And because again, this thing doesn't seem to want to hold a charge. Ain't nothing I can really do about that. But yeah, like if you can't justify that, I wouldn't worry about that too much. Like again, for me, I barely play my Xbox, so it is definitely not being used. I'm trying to see around the corner. Here we go.
陈先生可不喜欢黑帮，这点你们也应该很清楚。喂，伟天，你听到我说话吗？我现在就是这个陈先生，搜救火。你别管我。
What did I get the Xbox for?
你可得意忘形啊，伟天。丽华不动产的人就是以为万事都能用金钱解决。
So, before I beefed up my PC, there were still games that I was playing that would not play very well on PC with streaming. So I would play them on Xbox. So I got the Series X to kind of get the best possible console experience I could for streaming. So like I played Red Dead Redemption 2 on Xbox. Like open world games are notoriously bad for me on console. What are we doing here? It says follow Oda. Okay. I am following Oda, but he's just staring at me right now. Oh, I just need to walk up to him. Okay. Sounds better. I'm curious when PC cameras get it. Yeah, so and that's the thing, like it goes back to the conversation before. Like, I just like technology, and I want to be able to get the best for whatever circumstance I end up being in. Like, honestly, I would still pick up an Xbox Series X and still really want an Xbox Series X, even though I have a PC. And it's that thing of like, well, if I'm streaming a game, I want the best possible experience. Right now, like, CPU-wise, my CPU is better than the Xbox Series X CPU, but the graphics part is where the Series X edges me out. To where, like, I would get better graphics, like, things will look better on the Series X than it would on PC at the moment, or at least on my PC. Now, if I put a 3080 in there, or even to, like, if I had like a 2080, somebody give me a 2080 or even a 3070 or something like that, maybe even a 3060, I wouldn't need that console anymore. Wouldn't need it. But because I'm still on a GTX 1080, yeah, having that Series X would do me a lot better than what I have currently for PC gaming. 堂島宗平や風間慎太郎が力で抑えつけた。 But then too, it's that thing of like, there are some games that are on Xbox that aren't crossplay still. There are games that are on PS4 or PS5 that aren't crossplay yet. So it's just like having that ability to, if friends ever reach out to me, say, hey, we want to play a video game, I can still do that. That doesn't happen as often as I would like, though. Mainly because I don't open myself out to do that. I should, but I'm a very shy person. Exactly. Like that's the whole thing. Like, at the time, like going back to Red Dead Redemption 2, if that game came out on PC at the same time it came out on Xbox, I would not have been able to stream that game on the PC I had at the time, because it was an open world game, and a very big, sprawling open world. Now, if I bought it and put it on PC, yeah, I think I'd be able to handle it. But yeah, before, definitely was not the case. So yeah, that's why I picked it up on Xbox and streamed it on Xbox. It ends up being PC most of the time if I didn't get this 3080. I may be playing more on my PS5 though. Oh, again, that's the exact boat I'm in. But you have two of the things that I want. I mean, shit, yeah, I would take a PS5 also, but yeah, like even then, I'll lean more towards Xbox than with PS5, because with me, I have Game Pass Ultimate, which means I've got Gold and I have Game Pass, so I don't have to worry about online, and I will always have games to play on my Xbox, and not have to be paying for a separate subscription for an additional device. And honestly, I'm trying to get that Game Pass. I'm trying to get that Xbox All Access. That way I can extend my Game Pass because it runs out next year. Oh. Wait, weren't you just laid? Weren't you just laid up? Don't do PS Plus. I do have GPU. I did that. I did the convert gold to GPU for cheap. I forgot how I even got around to it. Like it. So much gold and Game Pass stuff is like I don't even know how it worked out, but yeah, like I ended up having it for years and not having to think about it. But yeah, I looked at the date one day. It's like, oh, it's next year. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this soon. Bought 3 years of gold for like $120 or whatever, and converted it to Ultimate. Nice. Like they were doing some stupid deals for that fucking Game Pass shit, man. I still have no idea what's going on. すみません、桐生さん。私もあの陳さんがここまで堂島組を恐れているとは思っていませんでした。風間のおやつさんも言ってた。何年か前、堂島組は外国人のしのぎを奪って大きくなったって聞いている。その時、かなりの血が流れたらしい。Was it now? ああ、俺たちはその頃まだカムロ町にいなかった。それで陳さんとの間に温度差があったようだ。Yeah, oh yeah, there's definitely a story happening right now. また連絡してくれ。それなら西公園で身を隠すのが良いかと。ここほど安全とは言いませんが。西公園？ホームレスのたまり場になっています。あそこなら堂島組もすぐに桐生さんを見つけられはしないでしょう。わかった。それにしても今は逃げ回るので手一杯だな。殻の一坪の方はどうなってる？持ち主を抑えるって話だったはずだ。ええ。でもその話はまた後で。西公園に行ったら今夜だけはそこでしのいでください。明日迎えに上がります。この寒空に野宿か。かける言葉が見つかりません。ならあんたも一緒にどうだ。今二人でいるのは目立ちます。
それに私は明日のために少し準備がありますから。
準備？なんだ？
大したことじゃありません。
そっか。それじゃあ明日だな。
Motherfucker chickened out. Like, nah, motherfucker, you want me out here sleeping in the cold? You can sleep out here with me. In preparations. Man, fuck you. Go to West Park! That dude look like Yakuza. I mean, he didn't bother me, so that's good news. Let me make sure I save real quick. Okay. This bench looks nice enough for me to sleep in.
Yo, あんた。
ん？
忘れたか？この間酒をおごってくれたろ。それであんたに立花不動産の人間が出入りする場所を教えてやった。
Oh yeah, you. What's up, dog?
確か第三公園であったな。
そうそう。思い出してくれたか。でもこんなとこで何してる？
家がなくなってな。あんたらと同じだ。
なんだ。それじゃお仲間ってわけだ。
ああ。それで今夜一晩どこかに寝られる場所はねえか。凍え死ななけりゃ何でもいい。
いいよ。そんなら俺のねぐらに寝させて。
Excuse me.
ただ。
No funny business. What funny business would I get into out here? Oh, okay. Got you.
俺のねぐらはすぐそこ。あのブルーシートのやつだ。好きに使ってくれ。そうだな。一泊10万でどうだ。
Wow.
なんてな。冗談だよ。気が向いたらまた酒をおごってくれ。
That's the plan, but as long as this game is, I'm afraid I may not make it to the end before they remove these games off of Game Pass. Yeah, it's a lot. This is a lot. You know what? Do I really have anything else? Oh, he's got a whole ass shit. Zero dropped, I think, 20s. Damn, it's been a minute. 2015. Well, I was gonna say 2016. I was like, that can't be right. Had to have been later than that, but it wasn't. No. I do not like the running and camera controls in this game sometimes. I did 3 to 5 after it dropped on Game Pass, played the others on PS4 years ago. Yeah, I only got into this recently. I've been wanting to play Yakuza But I figured, all right, now it's as good a time as any to get into it. Let's do it. I did not know it was going to be this damn long.
なんだ。おい、あんた起きろ。
くそ、奴らだ。
堂島組？
堂島？何言ってる。こいつらホームレス狩りだ。
Wait, does that jacket say Scorpion bitch?
へいへいへいへい。あれ？そっちのやつなんかホームレスっぽくないじゃん。別にいいんじゃね？ここにいんだから同罪だよ。同罪。逃げんなよ。やめろ。何命令してんの？やめてくださいだろ。
The fuck?
なんだこいつ。ああ、やってくれたよ。これ大怪我だよな。一車両一車両。
どうしようもねえガキどもだ。
It does. Wait, this jacket does say Scorpion bitch, right?
ガキの未成年です。人殺しても罪になりません。
罪にならなきゃ罰は受けねえとでも思ってんのか。世の中そんなに甘かねえぞ。
Uh-oh.
生きがいいね。俺らとやる気かよ。おい、こいつ俺のこと殴ったんだぞ。ぶっくるぜ。
You sure you want to do this,
そろ
dog?
そろ本気でやっちゃう。いっぺん人が死ぬとこ見てみたかったしさ。
They want to go. Ooh. Ah, I missed the prompt. That motherfucker said he wanted to see my skull bashed in. No, wait, that was the first guy. That was Scorpion bitch. You said you wanted to see my skull bashed in. So I figured I'd give you a proper demonstration.
やめろよ、お前。こんなことしてただで済むと思ってんのかよ。
何がどうただで済まねえんだ。
わかったよ。悪かった。だからもう許してくれって。
それで謝ってるつもりか。それ謝る相手を間違っている。
なあ、これ君んだろ。
Oh, dog.
さっきこれでおじさんの頭殴ろうとしたろ。ってことはやっぱり 君んだよな。
I think you should give it to him. You should give him his bat.
やめろよバカ野郎。し、もうみんな寝てるんだ。声が大きいよ。
Yeah, just give him his bat. Yeah, just give him the bat. Give him the bat. Give him the bat. Yeah. Did he give him the bat?
ありがとうよ。あんたが一緒にいてくれたおかげで命拾いしたよ。あのガキどもちょくちょく俺らの仲間を襲ってたんだ。多分もう二度と来ないだろうけどさ。
そうか。
そういや、まだあんたの名前聞いてなかったな。
俺は桐生だ。
桐生さん。そうか、やっぱりね。確か町で堂島組の連中が探してるやつがそんな名前だったな。安心してくれ。ここにはもうあんたを売るような人間はいない。俺たちは貸し借りにうるさいんだ。
そうか。
You know how Tachibana, arrives on time this time.
よう桐生さん、客が来てるぞ。あんたを探してる。
客？堂島組か。
いや、橘不動産の人間って言ってる。一応あんたのことは知らねえって言っといたけど。
そうか。すまん。そいつは今どこにいる？
公園の出口に車止めてる。気になるなら行ってみな。
All right, thanks, old man. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your booze. I also hope you give that guy his bat back. Oh, the...
桐生君。
小田、あんたが迎えの人間か。
まあね。昨べはゆっくり寝られたか？寒かったろ。
いや、いい宿が見つかったんでな。それより橘は？
社長は今あるところでお前を待っている。
Ooh, special.
どこだ？
実はお前もよく知ってる場所だけど、ま、行ってみてのお楽し
Ooh,
み
I
だ。
like surprises.
もう準備できてるなら車に乗ってくれ。
いいか。ああ、頼む。
よし、それじゃあ早速出発だ。
Ba-ba-da-dun-dun. Wait, why are y'all not wearing seatbelts?
公園に野宿までして隠れてたんだ。少しぐらいゆっくりさせてもらうさ。それで今から行くのは新しい隠れ家ってことか？
いや、そういうわけじゃない。堂島組がカムロ町中に目光らせている限り、あんたはどこに隠れたっていずれは見つかっちまう。だから社長は堂島組の動きを抑えるために手打ってるとこだ。
どういうことだ？
今社長がいるのはお前もよく知ってる場所だ。俺たちもそこに向かってる。
You keep saying that, but you're not helping.
言わなくてもお前にはそろそろわかる。
ここはまさか。
やっとわかったか。
登場会本部。
Oh, shit.
何の真似だ小田。
社長は今登場会のトップにあんたのこと掛け合ってる。堂島組の動きを押さえつけるにはそのさらに上の極道になしつけるしかないってさ。
Hold on, I'm gonna turn off my webcam for a second so we can get the subtitles.
東上会は立花不動産を潰そうとしてるんじゃなかったのか。立花もあんたも俺も全員殺されるぞ。何考えてんだ。
社長もそのくらい分かってるよ。それでも交渉ってのはいつだってやりようがある。
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
先に降りてくれ。社長のいる場所に案内されるはずだ。
いくらなんでも無茶だ。
社長は賞賛があってここにいるわけだが、危ねえ橋渡ってんのも承知の上だ。ビジネスにはリスクがつきものでね。けど
You can smile for this shit because it's not your life on the line, motherfucker.
社長
Damn.
を信じろ。
今度から何かするときはもっと早く教えろ。
I swear, I still do not buy this man. It's Japanese or Chinese. This dude looks like damn Brad Pitt. All right, I think we're good. So I'm gonna pop back in here. There I am. Hooray! Hello.
桐生さん、
ああ、
ご存知でしょうが、東上会2代目代行新原さんです。東日本における極道社会の最高権力者。
お前が桐生か。なるほど。その目つき、風間の若い頃を思い出すな。
Takashi Niera, acting secretary of the Dojo Gaiden. I am terrible at pronouncing names, I'm sorry.
適当に
You know, he literally just said his name 30 seconds ago. Not even 30 seconds ago.
ない。そんじゃ始めるか。
先ほどもお話ししましたが、私の望みはうちと東上会さんのカムロ町での共存です。
うちはあの町にどんな人間が来ても受け入れる。それを許しているからこそカムロ町は発展してきた。ただ東上会の大門を恐れん連中だけは別だ。あんたんとこの商売はそのルールからはみ出している。
私は東上会の恐ろしさを分かっているつもりです。今日伺ったのはそれを形にしてお見せしたかったからです。
何か手土産があるということか。
ええ。その上で一つ二代目代行にお願いしたいことがあります。
言ってみろ。
堂島組に桐生さんから手を引くよう東上会本家から働きかけてください。
Leave my boy
新原さん
alone.
がご存知かどうか、堂島組は桐生さんを消そうとしています。
堂島もバカじゃない。そいつにも消されるだけの理由があるんだろ
う。堂島組が桐生さんを狙っているのは私を捕まえるためです。私は殻の一粒を手に入れるのに必要な情報を持っています。
殻の一粒か。なるほど。堂島はあの土地をよその人間に取られるわけにはいかねえだろうからな。だけど当然その上がりは本家にも入る。俺に あんたを助けてやる理由はない。
話は変わりますが、堂島組は登場界で稼ぎ頭だとか。本家の中にさえ堂島組の力に対抗できるだけの人間はいないそうですね。あなたも含めて。
堂島は本家に莫大な上がりを収めている。できた子分では。
Man, Tachibana, what do you
そして
have
登場界の後目に
up
今
your
一番近い
sleeve, dog?
そう遠くない将来、堂島宗平が登場界の三代目になる可能性は高い。
それがどうした？
このまま堂島組が殻の一粒を手にすれば、さらに莫大な金と力を得ます。登場界に絶対的な独裁者が現れることになるでしょう。そうなった人間は目上の者にも敬意を払わなくなるんです。つまりあなたは会長代行まで上り詰めながら、
Okay,
その
dog.
後は劇的に惨めなものになる。
Bruh.
何？
立花。
新原さん、堂島に殻の一粒を手に入れさせてはいけません。一幹部が本家をしのぐ力を持てば、登場界は何もかもが大きく変わってしまう。
堂島の開発計画は上がりのでかいしのぎだ。登場界本家にも奴から相
See,
応
that's
の
what
金
you
が
think,
納め
though,
られる。
dog.
ただそれだけだ。何も変わりゃしね
そんな目先の話にとらわれてるようではトップは務まりませんよ。代行、
え。口の利き方を知らねえようだな。
Man, I swear that was so tense. That Dr. was getting the shit out of me.
届いたようです。
入れてやれ。
What was the gift? Is it a tactical nuke? Is this where the game crosses over with Metal Gear? Oh no, that just happens to be a shit ton of money. I like shit tons of money. Do you like shit tons of money? Because I do.
これを桐生さんの
million
代金としてお納めください。
5億。
これは前金です。堂島組の動きが止まりましたら、さらに5億。加えて今後、カムロ町でのうちの上がりの3割を登場界本家に納めさせていただきます。
たかが極道崩れの男の命に10億とはな。そこまでの価値があるのか？
What does it matter to you? You get $1 billion. I'm just saying, or $1 billion
本当の
yen.
友人を作るとなると、そうはいきません。差し迫った事情を言えば、私が殻の一粒を手に入れるには、どうしても桐生さんの力が必要です。
随分高く買われているな。
どうでしょう、
Again,
新原さん。
you get $1 billion or $1 billion yen. What the fuck?
私たちの首を堂島組に引き渡すという選択肢もありますが、おそらくそのことで堂島から大した見返りはないでしょう。将来的にもね。でも、もしここで新原さんにお力添えいただければ、この先も堂島さんを本家に忠実な一幹部に留めておくことができるかもしれません。
And you get $1 billion
私の
yen.
個人的な印象では、堂島さんはそのあたりが分相応に思います。
なるほど。あんたは確かに
I hope it's a good
ヤク
one.
ザの股は開かせんのがうまい。
Wow. Wow. Wow.
あの堂島が手こずるわけだな。
恐れ入ります。
なあ、堂島に伝えろ。桐生一馬は今から東上界本家の預かりとする。手出しは無用だとな。
Damn.
貴重なお時間をありがとうございました。二代目代行。
Dude just dropped a billion yen. Just hey, yo, leave my bro alone.
風間がお前くらいの年の頃、あいつがどんな極道だったか知って
I
いる
mean,
か？
just physically speaking, I'd imagine that would be true.
詳しくは。
一言でいや一騎当選だ。腕といい度胸といい、俺から見ても惚れ惚れするような男気を持つ本物の男だった。もしあの頃に戻って奴を10億で買えるなら、俺は迷わず払う。お前が本当に10億の価値があるのか？
I mean, just at this point in time, I'd say yes. Somebody literally is spending 1 billion yen to have me.
This このままおとなしく行かせてもらえるわけじゃなさそうだ。
交渉がまとまった後にこう出られるとは予想外でした。これだからヤクザは面白い。
裏切られただけじゃないですか。
違うな。
じゃあなんで？
ビジネスの話はまとまってもけじめは取れってことなんでしょう。この場を切り抜けさえすれば向こうも約束を果たしてくれるはずです。
そういうことだ。
この場を切り抜けるって無茶だ。ここは東上界の本丸だぞ。
無茶でもなんでもこれが極道の流儀なんでな。小田、立花を頼む。
くっそ、分かったよ。
Let's go. It's time to whoop some ass. Head to the exit. What if I just walked over there? Where's the exit? Can I get a map? It just seems like it. Wait. Is this the exit? Is it just like right here? Can I just like walk past them? No. Okay, I cannot do that. What's up, dog? Oh, how you feel? Are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Ooh, how you feel? Are you okay? Yeah, you don't look okay. What's up, dog? How you feel? That's all you got, dog? Okay, okay. You got them fast hands. You got them fast hands. I see you, dog. How them fast hands gonna do for you now? Ah! Your back looks like it hurts, dog. Might want to see a doctor about that. Oh, you made me drop my plant. Hold up. Oh, wait.
桐生さん、ご無事でしたか。
ああ、そっちも大丈夫そうだな。
ええ、小田さんがついてますから。
やっぱりすんなり正面から返してはくれそうにないか。たった3人相手に全力でかかってきやがって。
何を言ってるんです。初めからリスクを承知で飛び込んできたはずですよ。
それは分かってますけど。
これくらいの修羅場なら今までに何度も経験してきたじゃないですか。それに桐生さんもいるんです。決して勝てない戦いではありません。
立花。
そうでした。それじゃ一丁ビシッとやりますか。新人に頼りっぱなしじゃ先輩の保険に関わる。
よし、それじゃあそこの扉から外に出よう。
ええ、行きましょう。
Let's go. Oh, that's... Oh, shit! Oh. How the fuck are you blocking this? I do not understand. Touch him on, I got you, dog. I got you. Ooh. You mad. Batter up! Yeah, Oda, yeah, like you can start kicking somebody's ass too, motherfucker. Damn. Oh, this motherfucker got a sword. Hold up. Can I pick it up? Damn, I can't pick it up. Take a bath, motherfucker. Take a bath. This motherfucker come out here with a damn... Oh, shit. This motherfucker shot me. Impact that motherfucker's colon. Ow. All right, big man. Okay, big man. Big man come out. You know what? What a motherfucking gun at? There you go. Oh, he down. I got this gun. Take a bath. Hold that. Ooh! 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 Dude, how are you alive? You can't be alive after that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, but hey. Oh shit! Ooh! Let's go! Oh shit, I should not have done that. Now I'm gonna... Oh, that's for heat? What am I gonna do for health? Yeah, I'm sorry, I still wanted this sword. Is this health? No. I need something for health. Oh, I dropped the sword. Am I done? I think I'm done. Not quite. Nope. Quicker, I can get these motherfuckers down. Oh damn, I'm attacking the wrong motherfucker. I don't know why Tachibana up in here in a dark ass suit. I can't tell anybody from anybody right now. Ooh, that dude was pulling blood out of his head. He was not surviving a damn thing. Oh, like it's just hitting hard on this damn concrete. Oh, this motherfucker with a damn sword. Shit, shit, shit. Oh, fuck. It still is not bringing me my health back, but motherfucker. Fuck. I really hope there's a checkpoint somewhere, because I'm not going to be happy if I got to restart this whole damn thing over. Alright, that's good enough. Because I had way less life than this. Damn. This ain't doing shit. Ooh! Ooh! I'm now just realizing which style I should have been using. This is a lot easier just being brawler. Has nice crowd control capabilities. What the fuck, dude? Okay. There we go. All right. Can we go now? Can we go?
なんとか生き延びたのか。
ここに長居は無用です。行きましょう。
Well, they seem to have, recovered. Am I worth $1 billion now? Huh? Huh? Fucking hater.
桐生一馬か。あの風間が目をかけただけのことはある。あれもいつか化ける男なのかもしれねえな。
桐生の件だがな、本家がちゃちゃ入れてきやがった。堂島組や桐生一馬に手出し無用とな。
そいつは立花不動産の手配りです、親父。連中もうちに追い詰められちゃ本家に泣き入れるくらいしかありませんからね。全部予想できた動きです。
久世と阿波野にはできなかった。
俺にはさらにこの次、立花が桐生をどう動かすかもわかります。
なるほど。もう久世と阿波野に遠慮する気はねえってことか、渋沢。
殻の一坪は俺のこの手で差し出しますよ、親父。
Go on. Hmm.
いつまでこんなとこにいるつもりだ。
久しぶりの休息です。たまにはゆっくりしないと持ちません。私は体が弱いんです。
I mean,
あ
he's
れだ
not
け
wrong.
国
He's
道
not
相手に
wrong.
暴れ回れりゃ十分だ。
ただ死に物狂いだっただけですよ。
なあ、あんた。
はい。
なんで俺なんかのために10億も出したんだ。おまけに登場会本家に借りまで作っちまった。
Kiryu,
あん
you
た
need
は
to know
金
your
と
worth.
力を手に入れ、それで登場会に迫りたいと言ってたな。そのために殻の一粒が必要だ。だが本当の目的は他にあるんじゃねえのか。だとしたらなんであんたはそんな体を張ってまで殻の一粒を狙う。あの土地には
There's a nuclear missile silo underneath that lot.
他の価値
I
が
work
あ
for
る。
the U.S. government. We put
そ
it
れに
there.
ついては企業秘密というわけにはいきませんかね。
社員にも言えない企業秘密か。あんたについていく社員は命がいくつあっても足りねえな。
だからあなたのような人が私には必要なんです。風間さんもそれをよく分かっていたからこそ桐生さんを私につけてくれた。
だが殻の一粒についちゃまだ何も進んでねえ。これからどうする？俺は何をすればいい？
それなんですが、昨晩ようやく殻の一粒の所有者を抑えました。
Uh-oh, we go to
その人物
Sombori.
今大阪の蒼天堀にいます。
蒼天堀？
ええ。ですがすぐにこちらから出向くわけにはいきません。我々以外にもその人物を狙う組織が蒼天堀にいます。
あんたの他に所有者の居所を突き止めた奴らか？
おそらくは渋沢組の人間です。
渋沢？あいつが。
問題はその渋沢以外にもあの近江連合までが動いているらしいということです。
近江連合？奴らも殻の一つぼ。
ええ、その近江連合もどれだけの規模で動いているか分かりません。今の蒼天堀は私たちにとってカムロ町以上に危険です。少なくとももっと状況が把握できるまで行動は控えるべきでしょう。
そいつはあんたらしくね。織田も言ってた。ビジネスにリスクはつきものだってな。それをあいつに教えてやったのはあんたじゃなかったのか。あんたの腎臓はアジア街を長く離れるわけにいかねえ。だが俺は逃げ回るだけなのはもうごめんだ。待たされるのも性に合わねえ。あんたがどう言おうが一人ででも蒼天堀に行く。殻の一坪の持ち主はカムロ町に連れてくればいいんだな。
ええ、ですが
俺も行きますよ。桐生の言う通りです、社長。状況の見えない蒼天堀だからこそ俺たちが直接動くべきなんじゃありませんか。誰かが俺らより先に殻の一坪を手に入れれば全部水の泡なんです。安全策だけじゃ後手に回ります。
たまにはいいことを言うな、織田。
リスクは承知の上
Children.
ということですね。それでも本当に蒼天堀に行ってもらえるんですか、桐生さん。
ああ、
私が指示したわけじゃありません。ですから何かあっても労災は出ませんよ。
Wait, were you paying me to begin with?
もう俺のために10億出してもらってる。これ以上あんたに金出させる気はねえさ。
そうですか。でしたら結構です。桐生さん、蒼天堀に向かう前に準備を整えておいてください。
あんたらは
アジア街に戻ります。
Excuse me.
話は通しておきますから、準備ができたら陳さんの店に来てもらえますか。私と小田さんはそこで桐生さんを待ちます。
堂島組はあらかた町から消えたみてえだ。二代目代行が約束通り手回してくれたと見える。とはいえ油断すんなよ、桐生君。
分かってる。
それじゃ後でな。
All right, so I feel like we can wrap up some things before we head on over to Majima Town. No, that's not it. There it is. That's what I want to go. I think she was playing some Nautica and chatting and realized it's about time to pass the fuck out. All right, everyone. Yeah, probably gonna wrap some stuff up. And it looks like I'm about done with this chapter anyway. So, yeah, thank you for stopping through. Nice extra long stream to make up for Wednesday, I guess.
おはがきドルチェ。今回のお便りはいやいや。
Oh my god.
Congratulations!
何？
See you next time.
何？
What?
いや。
Let's see. What's this? Okay. Sure, we got plenty of time to do that. Let's do it. What did he write? Death Note?
おい。
はい。はい。
Oh, her. Oh, I guess I can't really check it now. Let's take a look.
まあこんなところか。なんという。
What?
任せた。頼んだぜ。ガンガン稼ぐぜ。
Okay. I was wondering why that wasn't working. Can go to, oh, okay, I don't have enough. Okay. All right. Supercharged all of that. All right, let's go. Why are there two arrows? Yeah, I don't want to go there right now. I actually want to go to that other street. Oh, fuck. Y'all could have left me alone, but no, y'all chose to go. Y'all chose the hard way. Okay, I have a feeling that it was either way I was going to end up. Yeah, that's what it was. Either way, it was going to end up in Little Asia.
Yo, Kiryu-kun.
What's up?
Yo, Kiryu-kun. 準備良ければカムロ町を出るぜ。蒼天堀に向かう。もうやり残したことはねえか。
I'm good to go. Let's do it.
大丈夫だ。
Let's go.
よし、それじゃあ入って。
お待ちしてました、桐生さん。あなたが蒼天堀に行く前に、殻の一坪の持ち主についてお話ししておこうと思いましてね。
ああ。
その人物は今うちと協力関係にあるとある組織にかくまわれています。
協力関係にある組織。
その組織については後で小田さんから説明してもらいます。ただどちらにしろ大阪は近江連合のお膝
I swear, man. Just give me the information I need.
ですから殻の一坪の所有者を我々がいかに目立たないよう蒼天堀から連れ出せるかが鍵になります。それもできるだけ早く。
なるほど。それを俺と小田がやるんだな。
ええ。この役はやはりあなた方にしか任せられません。桐生さん、あなたは殻の一坪にどんな価値があるのかと聞きましたね。
ああ。あんたはそれについちゃ企業秘密だと言っていた。
ええ。ですが桐生さんには近いうちにお話できると思います。あなたが生きて蒼天堀から帰ってこられたら、そのためにも無事にカムロ町に帰ってきてください、桐生さん。
わかった。それで殻の一つの持ち主はどういうやつなんだ。
若い女性です。ただどうも目が不自由とのことで
What?
ほぼ失明しています。
What?
その殻の一坪の所有者は牧村誠という人物。
Just so we're aware, I didn't know who the owner of the lot was. Again, I've seen this game play before. It's just the small bits that I don't remember. But yeah, I do remember that she was the owner of that lot. All right, so I don't know if this is going to save or not. I hope it did. You know what? Fine. No, we'll just let this play out. We'll just let it play out because it will ask me to save after this. Just take this as a next time on. Actually, even though this is a previously on.
リーはかつて大陸系組織に雇われる殺し屋でもあった。誠を守ろうとする2人の前に現れた男、近江連合基人会会長西谷誉。関西を牛耳る近江連合内部で西谷、佐川という2つの勢力がそれぞれ誠を奪い合っていた。徐々に誠をめぐる勢力図が見えてくる中、真島は密かにかくまっていた誠の存在を佐川に気づかれてしまう。しかし最後に誠を手にしたのは突如深い闇から現れた白いスーツの男だった。
Next week, more Yakuza 0. Oh, man. Whew. That was an ordeal. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning into this very, very, very long, but very special episode of the MajorLinux Show. Of course, at the top of the show, we covered WWDC recap. We ended it, of course, with the Yakuza 0 playthrough. Chapter 10 is in the books. Chapter 11 is next week. Provided everything goes well mentally, physically, and all around emotionally. We'll be back Wednesday with some more Star Wars Squadrons. I would say taking it to the skies, but we're taking it to space. Again, thank y'all so much. Thank you everybody for tuning in, for chatting, for keeping the spirits up. Shout out to all those who are hosting the channel, allowing my precious, beautiful face grace your wonderful channels while you are away. Thank you all so much. Of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world. You could have been playing the game stuff, but you said, no, it's okay, it's okay. We want to hear from the tech man himself, Mr. WWDC, Marcus, MajorLinux Summers, MajorLinux Show. Thank you so much. Of course, you can catch me on social media, past, present, and future, as MajorLinux, or variations thereof, or of course over at youtube.com/MajorLinux, where you can catch the archives to these streams, many more videos, including the vlogs that I will have up hopefully soon. And of course, over at MajorLinux.com, where I post some of those vlogs, where I post some of these archives, and where I write some words down. Excuse me. Thank you all again so much. And of course, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. Peace. Oh, hey. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you really enjoyed it. Of course, really help me out if you like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little bell icon so that you can get notified of many more videos that appear on this channel. Thank you. Peace out.